on this computer. Okay, well, welcome everyone to the Ides of May 2023, May 15th, 2023. This is the edition of Dan Mack Presents Virtual Open Mic. Tonight we've got a rousing crew of 11 of us, not all of whom have joined yet. Hopefully everybody will get on before the end of the night. My name is Dan Mack, and I will be starting the show. Unfortunately, I will not actually be playing my own instrument live tonight. My medical situation has not allowed that to start up again yet, so I'm going to give you a little taste of what I have recorded in the past. So I will start with sharing my screen and trying to play a tune by video, and you can just pretend that I'm doing it live. So let's go share screen. And this one. Okay, so hopefully you all can see that, and I will play it. Here we go.
We're not getting sound, Dan.
Okay. Not getting sound, they say. Okay, let me try again. What else I got to do here? Can you hear me speak?
Yes, we hear you speak.
Okay. So I tried this earlier. Everything looked good earlier.
Volume's up. Did you share sound when you shared the screen?
I thought I did. I'll try it again. Can I do something up here? Oh, there's share sound. And I suppose I should do optimize for video clip too. Okay, well, so let's try it one more time. 3, 2, 1. Grab your coat, get your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear the pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. A gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. Thank you, friends.
By the way, I did think it was a very good year. About half a year ago. I'll bring it up again.
Sorry, what'd you say, Neil?
I did sing it was a very good year.
Okay, good.
A year ago, but I use the karaoke, but I'll bring it up again.
Okay, excellent, good, thanks. Well, thank you everyone for putting up with my video. Hopefully by the next time around, I'll be able to play again for you. And just as a reminder, an early reminder, we have 2 weeks before the next open mic, because The next one will occur the first Monday in June, and we have 2 more Mondays in May before the first Monday in June. So I've got a little bit more recovery time, so hopefully I'll be better enough by then to be able to play for you. Whether it'll be any good or not, there's another story entirely, but you can never count on that. All right, so now it is time for us to turn the microphone and the headset over to Gordon Knorr, and he's going to play some cool stuff for us, I know, because he always does. What you got for us tonight, Gordon?
Oh, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. First up, I'm going to do a song. I know I did it for y'all last year by Dave Mallet, 1975. He was a 24-year-old unknown guitarist, singer-songwriter. He had this idea for a song one day, wrote the first verse or maybe the chorus one day, then the next day he was out gardening with his dad, and the rest of the song came to him. And I thought that was just a beautiful story. It's been covered by Arlo, by Pete. It's been covered by John Denver, Raffi, the Muppets. It's had a life both as a folk song and a children's song. It's called The Garden Song. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Rain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, someone gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Thanks, friends. Just switching over to the 12. Another real pretty tune by John Denver from same year, 1975. Also one of those songs that I guess was kind of a gift to the songwriter. He says that he wrote this over a course of a few minutes waiting for a ski lift in Aspen. But the images don't necessarily make me think of a ski lift in Aspen. But it fits nicely with May. Oh, just got to switch. I had a beautiful intro and I forgot to switch my lyrics. Let's try that now. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Oh, come let me love you, come love me again. Come let me love you, come love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Thanks, Gordon. We can always count on a couple of great tunes from you. That's
Well, thank you. I
lovely.
appreciate that very much, Dan.
Very lovely. Thank you. And now we got Frank Sinatra, Neil Grossbard with us tonight. What you going to play for us tonight, Neil?
I have tried. I'm going to try and sing "Summertime," and then I'm going to try and sing well, from Phantom of the Opera. What's the name of it? I Dreamed a Dream.
Sounds great.
I'm getting the lyrics to "Summertime." Here we go. Excuse me. Hopefully my coaches may improve what I can do this. Let's see if I can do it right. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your dad is rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of those mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You'll spread your wing and take the sky. But till that morning, There is nothing to harm you with daddy and mammy standing by. With daddy and mammy standing by. And let's do a song, and I keep forgetting names. Lyrics of You Dream the Dream. I Dream the Dream. This is going to be hard, by the way, without any accompaniment. Where are you? Come, come. Oh, no, I'm having trouble. Lyrics, I Dreamed a Dream. There's a thing here. That must be it. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, it's giving me troubles. And I got it before. Let's try it again. So, okay, I'll have to wing it, I guess. It's printing it now. Okay. No, it's not printing. Oh, God damn. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I dreamed. Okay. Let's see if I can remember. I know. Why does it sometimes work and other times not? Do you know?
Couldn't tell you. Neil, do you want to wait and we'll move on to the next
Right.
one and then come back to you after that?
Right. I'll find it. Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. So in that case, we'll let Neil work on the glitch on his computer, and we will move forward to Mr. Mike Rawson, who is out there on the Mayflower and waiting for it to dock. So.
Yeah,
So, what
they
you got
docked
for
a
us
little
tonight?
early, according to the story. They wanted to land a little further south of where they did, but I think there was some storm that blew them a little off, and they ran out of beer. So hey, good enough reason that I can think of to hit the land. But anyway, that's neither here nor there because the Mayflower I just put up because of May. It has nothing to do with my two selections tonight. I'm going to do one of mine that I know I've done before, but I'm going to do it again. And then we'll get to the second one subsequently. Yeah, I like this one because there's absolutely not one word in it that's true. And it's not the one about the liar either. It's just made up of whole cloth. It's a tissue of lies. And, well, I'm just trying out old material. Anyway, here we go. Granny. It's called Granny. Well, Granny, that's my daddy's ma. She came from Tennessee. She was always cooking up something from an old family recipe. She'd use a heap of sugar and molasses, quite a lot. Couple other things, and she'd stir 'em all up in that big old copper pot. And them sacks of corn that she got paid from working at the mill. I still miss my granny. Yeah, I miss her still. Granny never cut no corners, no siree. She made everything right from scratch. She used to say, "We're gonna cook up some sunshine," as she'd fire up another batch. And folks downwind could always tell when Granny started into cooking. Tell hell, they'd come a-running for miles around, just a-sittin' and a-waitin' and a-lookin'. And when Granny declared it was ready, everybody knew the drill. I still miss my Granny. Yeah, we all miss her still. Well, Granny's gone on to glory now. She's beyond this vale of tears. Her kitchen and that old cook fire, well, they've been dark and cold for years. I know she's up there with the spirits, 'cause her spirits sure ain't down here. We searched every inch of that old barn, and we still can't find all the gear. But I still have the recipe she left me in her will. I still miss my Granny, but I really miss her still. That's the Granny. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now, this song is an old one. Oh, well, yeah, pretty old. It's from when I was a kid. I think it was written sometime back in the 50s or 60s. And written by a fella I don't know anything more about. His name was Sheldon Harnick. And bird just went blue. Anyway, that was mine. So anyway, he wrote this song, and it's from a female point of view, but in the old folk kind of tradition, it's, you know, not unusual for a man to sing a song from a woman's point of view. And given the perilous state of women's medical autonomy, I think it's not inappropriate that I sing this song. It's called The Ballad of the Shape of Things. Completely round is the perfect pearl the oyster manufactures. Completely round is the steering wheel that leads to compound fractures. Completely round is the golden fruit that hangs from the orange tree. Yes, the circle shape is quite renowned. 'Tis sad to say that it can be found in the low down dirty run around my true love gave to me. Yes, my true love gave to me. A perfect square was the envelope he said goodbye to me in. A perfect square was the velvet box he said my ring would be in. And a perfect square was the handkerchief I flourished constantly as I dried my eyes of the tears I'd shed and blew my nose till it turned bright red. For a perfect square is my true love's head. He will not marry me. No, he will not marry me. Rectangular was the hotel door my true love tried to sneak through. Rectangular was the transom hole I forced myself to peek through. Rectangular was the hotel room I entered angrily. And rectangular is the wooden box where lies my love 'neath the golden blocks. 'Tis said he died of the chicken pox. In part I must agree, one chick too many had he. Triangular is a piece of pie I eat to ease my sorrow. Triangular is the hatchet blade I plan to hide tomorrow. Triangular the relationship which now has ceased to be. And triangular is the garment thin which fastens on with a safety pin to the prize I had no wish to win. It's a lasting memory that my true love gave to me. Oops. Well, anyway, I'm very proud. Kind of reminds you of Careless Love in a way, doesn't it?
When was that written, Michael?
I'll have to look that up, but I think it was sometime in the 50s or 60s. I know the Kingston Trio did it early in the 60s.
Because it sounds like something out of the 1800s almost.
It has that sound to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the steering wheel kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
I remember it
Good
being.
point.
I remember it being part of an off-Broadway show called The Littlest Review. Maybe.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Okay, that sounds right, because I think what I read earlier, just brushing up, it was written for Charlotte Ray, I'm going to say, and The Littlest Review. I think that sounds like what I skimmed over real quick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I just wanted to find out the author and cite him, and I glanced briefly.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you all.
like Bruce said, he thinks we're getting a geometry lesson here. So
Not Euclidean.
right, right. All right. Well, thanks, Mike. Neil, did you find your lyrics?
It keeps disappearing, but hopefully, let's see if I try it again.
All right. Well, we'll give you another shot and see what happens.
Here, let me try it. If it doesn't, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I wanted to say one more thing real quick, if I
Sure.
could. Gordon, that garden song, I love that to death, and just wanted to share that my most recent wedding, years and years ago, the mother of my boys and I, when we got wed, we had our friends and a band called the Pheromones playing at the wedding, and I requested that very song. Seeing as she was out to here and other things, it was groovy.
Inch by inch. Right. Good deal. Thanks. All right, Neil, let's see what happens.
Okay, I got some lyrics. It's not the ones. Oh my God! Now it disappears.
Oh,
What
no.
the hell is this? Okay, I'm gonna do it one way or another. I'm gonna do it. This Bing is I'm getting pushed to Bing. I don't want Bing, but I get it. Okay. I dreamed a dream when time gone by, when hope was gone and life worth living. I dreamed a dream would never die, and all the time would I be living. But the tigers come at night with their voices filled with thunder, and I hope my tears apart when I draw my dream to fade. I paid my tigers by my side. I filled my day with endless wonder. She told the tidings from my side until the dawn, when daughters came. And still I come to road to me, and still I love my life forever. And there are dreams that cannot be, and there are tongues that cannot weather. Not the time when, well, I can't remember. But so I'm sorry, but my computer found me up and I can't get the lyrics, and so I'm sorry.
That just means that you get another chance another time. So that's if you feel like it. So
I'll keep singing, and then maybe I'll finally memorize it.
okay. Well, that's always an option too. Thanks, Neil. And I got to say hello to my cousin Kevin from California. We got our West Coast contingent watching tonight. Kevin is in a great band called Seal Party. In case you guys ever have a chance to catch them, they're going to be on tour shortly, I believe, coming up pretty soon. Certainly by the summertime. I don't think they're getting quite this far in the East Coast, but I'm not sure where exactly they're playing, other than Cincinnati area. But Seal Party's got a couple of great albums out. You guys ought to catch them sometime. And Kevin is not only a good guy, but a fantastic keyboard player. He graced us with his presence here on the show some time back. Hopefully we'll get him back on again. Okay, so now let us move on to Larry Johansson, who is going to play some amazing fingerstyle guitar for us. Fingerstyle guitar is always close to my heart because that's what I try to play. And I'll let Larry show me up for tonight.
Dan, you do very well. Thank you. That said, I'm doing fingerstyle tonight on 12 string. Okay. Songs I've done before, but not on a 12 string. The first one is, you've heard me do it as the Fairy Tale Waltz. I'm not going to add the verbal parts that go with it. Maybe you can remember that, about the White Knight and the Fair Young Maiden. But here it is. It's Fernando Sor, Opus 32, number 2. So here we are. The next one I generally is not done on a 12 string. You'll recognize it very quickly, but I don't know, the 12 string seems to give things almost a harpsichord-like feel when you start doing some of the fingerstyle stuff, and this is one of my favorites from way back when. So here we go. You'll probably recognize it after the first 2 bars. Well, let's try the first 2 bars again. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. I have a
Well,
question now. Is that 12 string tuned down a whole step or something like that?
it's actually tuned down more than a whole step. It's a whole step and a half. It's down to C sharp.
Oh, okay.
Standard tuning on C sharp. So
Right, okay.
yeah. Well, on a
Is it-
12 string, with this big body and everything, it holds up very well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, did you do that because you wanted that sound or because it's easier to play?
This is a very old 12 string, 1967 was when it was made. I've had the neck reset once, and I like the sound better, but also, yes, it's a little easier to play, and I'm not putting quite the stress on, on the
Right.
strings and the tension and all that as
Right,
well.
right.
So,
So
yeah.
it's saving the instrument as well. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that makes
right.
sense.
Yep, yep,
Well, sounds great.
yep.
Hearing that stuff
agree.
on 12 string is very, very cool. Very nice. Thank
More
you.
to come.
Excellent. Good.
Thanks.
Can't wait. Okay, so now it is time for us to turn the show over to Mr. Banjo Man, Mr. Bruce Henriksen. And what you got for us tonight, Bruce?
Well, the first song I'm going to do is from the late great Canadian singer and songwriter Ian Tyson, Navajo Rug. Well, it's 2 eggs up on whiskey toast and home fries on the side. Wash it down with Roadhouse coffee, burns up your insides. Just a canyon counter at a diner and a waitress I did love. I sat in the back with an old bear cub, a worn out Navajo rug. Now old Jack the boss, he left at 6 and it's Katie bar the door. She pulled down that Navajo rug and spread across the floor. Hey, I saw lightning cross the sacred mountain, so the turtle doves. And I was lying next to Katie on that old Navajo rug. Aye, 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 Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, 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 Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you, Katie, shades of red and blue. Well, I saw old Jack about a year ago. He said the place burned to the ground, and all I saved was his old bear tooth. And Katie, she left town. Ah, but Katie got her souvenir too. Jack spat at the back of the club. You should have seen her coming through the smoke with her egg in that Navajo rug. Aye, 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 Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, 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 Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you. Every time I cross the sacred mountains and lightning strikes above, it always takes me back in time to my long lost Katie love. But everything keeps on moving and everybody's on the go. Hey, you don't find things that last anymore like an old Roman Navajo. Aye, 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 Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, 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 Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you, Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, 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 Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you. Now, the next song is I've revised one I did a little while ago, quite a while ago actually. It's a Shout Amen, Brother, and it combines a lot of my feelings about certain people, if you will. Smile at your weddings as you hear the vows so tender, letting your mind over those words ponder. While the preacher says who God hath joined together, you ignore those governments tearing asunder. As you shout amen, brother, Sing praises to the Lord with the TV preacher or in church Sunday morn. Returning to your hatred and bigotry on the breaking of Monday's dawn. Jesus said, suffer children to come unto me. He that let them is taught in Sunday sermon. Now rip them from their dads and their moms and cage them when from violence they flee. While singing songs of praise and brotherhood, you think only of your own neighborhood, ignoring the news of racial inequities, though the colors clearly before your eyes. As you shout, amen, brothers, sing praises to the Lord, with the TV preacher or in church Sunday morn, returning to your hatred and bigotry, come the breaking of Monday's dawn. You don't believe there was an insurrection, just some armed dudes on vacation, disbelieving what your eyes are seeing, not taking time for rational thinking. A fervent prayers for freedom and liberty, and rights for fathers gave to thee, but just for those who share your belief, while blind to the end of our democracy. As you shout, amen, brothers, sing praises to the Lord, with a TV preacher or in church Sunday morn, returning to your hatred and bigotry, come the breaking of Monday's dawn. Seems every week in almost every state, someone is shot because of another's hate. You say controlling guns is a step too great, but thoughts and prayers for those meaning deadly fate. You hear of mass shootings every week, and claim there is a solution you seek, saying the right to bear arms includes slayers, but you'll stand victims' thoughts and prayers. As you shout, amen, brothers, sing praises to the Lord, with a TV preacher or in church Sunday morn, returning to your hatred and bigotry, come the breaking of Monday's dawn, come the breaking of Monday's dawn.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate that. I got a message just a few minutes ago from Rob Fickey, who is on his way back from North Carolina. He will not be able to join us tonight after all, so we are going to be missing Rob. So in his spot, we will just skip over his spot and go directly from Mike Brokey to Jeremy when it gets to that point. However, in the meantime, we are still hoping for Matt to join us. Hopefully he will get here before the end of the night. And before that, we are now going to welcome Mr. Rob Gould to the stage to play us yet another one of his new tunes. We are really very proud to have Rob debut his new stuff here on Dan Mack Presents. This is a very cool thing. Rob has come leaps and bounds in the songwriting business here over the past few years, and is now appearing with the local cream and all the other good stuff, and getting Whammy nominations and all kinds of good things that are coming his way for being such a good songwriter. So we welcome you tonight, Mr. Gould, to whatever it is that you're going to offer us.
Well, don't get carried away, Dan. I debut songs in part here because you can't throw things, I consider it a safe space for,
we can make rude comments, but they don't hurt. So
as people say, this is a safe space. So that's okay. We'll start with the cover. Now, here's a song that I learned early on when I was learning how to play guitar, and just practicing it. And I had a close friend of mine, and we both loved Jesse Winchester. So I learned how to play Yankee Lady, and played it for him. And after I got done, he said, "Boy, that's really a very original way to do it. It's so slowed down from the way it is on the album." And I said, "Well, that's because that's as fast as I can play it, So I sort of kept it at that pace since it worked for him anyway. So this is Yankee Lady slow. Well, I live with the decent folk in the hills of old Vermont, where what you do all day depends on what you want. And I took up with a woman there, though I was still a kid. But I smile like the sun to think of the loving that we did. She rose each morning and went to work and kept me with her pay. And I was making love all night and playing guitar all day. I got me apple cider and homemade bread to make a man say grace, and clean linens on my bed and a warm feed fireplace. Oh, Yankee Lady, so good to me. Yankee Lady's just a memory. Yankee Lady, so good to me. Your memory, that's enough for me. An autumn walk on a country road and a million flaming trees. I was feeling uneasy. There was winter in the breeze, and my woman said, "Look over there, the birds are southward bound." Oh, Jesse, I'm so afraid to lose this love we found. Oh, Yankee Lady, so good to me. Yankee Lady's just a memory. Yankee Lady, so good to me. Your memory, that's enough for me. Well, I don't know what called to me, but I knew I had to go. So I left that Vermont town with a lift to Mexico. And now when I see myself as a stranger by my birth, the Yankee Lady's memory reminds me of my worth. Oh, Yankee Lady, so good to me. Yankee Lady's just a memory. Yankee Lady, so good to me. Your memory, that's enough for me. Jesse. I'm so glad he lived long enough to make it back into the U.S. and lived in Virginia and actually performed down at Birchmere. I got to see him live before he passed. And speaking of the grieving process, this is called Memories of You. Friends knock on my door, I try to settle on a look on my face that says I'll carry on. I put on some coffee, and as it brews, I keep coming back to memories of you. We're looking at those old photographs, whipped cream on your nose that always made us laugh. Conversation moves on to what's new, but I keep on coming back to memories of you. It seems you are living in a room inside my head, where I'll always find you when I go. Where we'll talk of what's happened, but not what lies ahead. I talk of a future you'll never know. Well, I sit in the yard and I watch the sun go down. If I try really hard, I'll get myself into town. But wherever I'm going, you're going too. 'Cause I'll keep on coming back to memories of you. Oh, I'll keep on coming back to memories of you.
Oh, it's good. Thanks.
Another beautiful tune, Rob. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Lovely stuff. We can always count on having our hearts broken by Mr. Rob Gould. So I am going to take this opportunity to break your heart yet once again by sharing my screen with something else this time. This time it's going to be this thing about how we can actually help support the open mic if you feel like doing so. It's like there's something Zoom quit unexpectedly is what it says here, but I don't believe it. So anyway, if you do feel like it's open mic, this is how you do it. You find my email, dan@danmackmusic.com, and you find it on PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Oh boy, it just does not want me to do this today, don't it? So anyway, dan@danmackmusic.com. Say at PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, and you are welcome to contribute in any amount, and I will be very grateful. And so will the people who I pay to help keep this thing going, like like Zoom and Verizon and all those guys. So yeah, it looks like for some reason my thing isn't showing up here, but you've seen it
pop-ups,
before.
The pop-ups are showing up here.
Yeah,
It's like a
pop-ups are
black
showing up.
T-shirt.
Looks like a black T-shirt, right? Well, so if you want to buy a black T-shirt, that's okay too. So I'll just go back to this, and if you can remember all that stuff, that's how you contribute. Most of you know how to do it already. So anyway, thanks again, Rob, and we are now going to jump ahead here to Mr. Mike Roki, who is out on the levee. Sing us a song about the middle of May.
Actually, just real quick before you go, just in case people can't quite remember.
Ah, look at that.
Of course, it's popping up things in front of there too. But anyway, that should work.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Well, great. That's even in color too. Great.
Well, that's because I like the green print on the black screen for my lyrics.
Right. Ah, okay. All right.
I read it a little easier.
Okay. What lyric program do you use?
Well, that's just Adobe Acrobat.
Oh, okay. Because I know that there's OnSong and Forte and a whole bunch of different ones that people use. So
yeah, I can just get it convert colors to create a higher contrast or something like that. And
yeah.
The other thing is that when I bring up my lyrics, I don't have a white screen that brightens my face all of a sudden too.
Ah, there you go. It's true. Good idea. Never thought of that.
So anyway, this first one comes from I picked it up going through a University of Missouri database for songs, and I have performed this for this open mic before, but it's been quite a while. My parents treated me tenderly. There were no boys but me. But my mind was bent on rambling. With them I couldn't agree. So I became a rambler, which grieved their hearts so sore. And I left my aged parents. I would never see them more. There lived a rich old farmer. He was a neighbor nigh. He had a handsome daughter on whom I cast an eye. He had a handsome daughter, so beautiful and fair. There was no girl in all the land with whom I could compare. I asked if she would wait for me if I went to Illinois. Or would she cast aside my love and find another boy? She said 'twould make no difference if I returned in time. So we kissed, shook hands, and parted, the girl I left behind. I worked a barge down the Ohio, taking coal from Pomeroy. We landed near York Junction, a town in Illinois, where work and money was plenty, and the girls to me proved kind. But the only desires of my heart was for the girl that I left behind. One evening I was rambling across the public square. The mail coach had arriven, the postman met me there. He handed me a letter which made me understand that the girl I left behind me had run off with another man. I rambled blindly down the street, the news, it must be true. I turned myself round and about, I didn't know what to do. I swore my trade I would give o'er, to rambling I'd resign. And I would travel now from town to town for the girl I'd left behind. So come, all you true lovers, and listen now to me. Oh, don't hang your affection from the top of any tree. The leaves, they will wither, the roots, they will decay, and the beauty of the fairest girl soon will fade away. Thanks. Kind of a sad song about lost love, and I'm going to do another one about sad song about lost love. This one's a little more contemporary, but I just learned it. So this is some guy in Scotland, and I looked up all the towns that he went through here, and he really never got more than about 60 miles from home, but it took him a long time to get back. Somebody's not quite muted yet, though. West winds blew to Cocheville, and with the winds came we. And where the river hugs the wood, and blackthorns bloom in May, there stood a single rowan tree. So young and tender, so were you. I loved you both as there you grew. The day I took the road that leads by Rannoch to the sea. Carved our names in Cocheville, the rowan leaves were still, but the darkening west was in your eyes. Despite your kisses and my lies, my thoughts had crossed the hill. I broke your heart as the minutes passed. I shrugged and said that nothing lasts, but many the backward glance I cast as I went north to the drill. Big wheels rumble up and down, the lorries know the way. I waved my hand, I hitched a ride. We'd cross the bridge to Rannoch side, where the diesel motors play. Then I set myself to a cliff of stone, my ears to the boring hammers drone. But the ache inside, I rode alone, for you were far away. Money moved from Eric's Lock, and the great Glen beckoned on. At Morriston the hills grew pale, we fought and drank through old Kintail, till our money soon was gone. And I cursed Loch Arside's autumn rain, the winter whiskey in Dunblane, till the west winds rose in the spring again, and my heart let out a song. Then I came at last to Cocheville, with a dozen hills aflame. You had another hand to hold, beneath the names we carved of old, there was another name. You looked me through, you made no sign, I drank that cup of bitter wine, for well I knew the fault was mine, and I went the road I came. Big wheels rumble up and down, the lorries know the way. I waved my hand, I hitched a ride across the bridge to Rannochside where the diesel motors played. Then I set myself to a cliff of stone, my ears to the boring hammers drone, but the ache inside I rode alone, for you were far away.
Thank you,
the
Mike.
Finger picking.
Thanks.
Nice stuff, boy. We sure do have enough strings with us tonight. That's 3 12 strings, right?
Yeah.
We got, that's pretty cool. And
Think of the tuning.
right. Yeah.
I could have brought out the auto harp.
Right. We could have been here all night. All right. Well, as I mentioned a minute ago, Rob Fickey is still on his way back from North Carolina, so he is not going to be able to join us tonight. So, Jeremy, it is up to you to take his spot and your own as well. So, what you got for us tonight?
Okay. Mom's Day was yesterday, right? So, my mom was a big Bob Dylan fan, and I learned this song actually from a Joan Baez record. Joan Baez was one of the first people that covered Bob Dylan, and I think she did a whole album that had mostly Bob Dylan songs on it. And this was one of them, and it was called "Daddy, You've Been on My Mind" on that album. But the original lyrics were, of course, "Mommy, you've been on my mind." Perhaps it's the color of the sun cut flat, uncovering the crossroads I've been standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. But Mama, you've been on my mind. I don't mean trouble, please don't put me down or get upset. I am not pleading or saying I can't forget you. I do not pace the floor, bow down and bend, but yeah, Mama, you've been on my mind. Even though my mind is hazy and my thoughts, they might be narrow, where you've been don't bother me or bring me down in sorrow. It don't even matter who you're waking with tomorrow. Mama, you're just on my mind. And I am not asking you to say words like yes and no. Please understand me, that I'm not calling for you to go. I'm just breathing to myself, pretending not that I don't know. Mama, you've been on my mind. So when you wake up in the morning, baby, look inside your mirror. Oh, you know I won't be next to you. You know I won't be near you. I'd just be curious to know if you can see yourself as clear as someone who has had you on his mind. Someone who has had you on his mind. Okay, I'm gonna delve back to another era. Check. I don't know what's my reverb for some reason goes in and out. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, no reverb tonight apparently. This is a night for equipment failures and anyway, this is this one goes out to my partner Marcia, who is a super mom also, and also now a super grandmom 3 times over. And also big news is also now my fiance. So this one goes out to Marcia. Yeah. And this was written by people you might have heard of. Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields was the lyricist, and it was originally featured in the movie Swing Time, which means it was originally sung to Ginger Rogers by Fred Astaire. Here we go. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. My heart, yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. I love you and the way you look tonight. Tonight, tonight,
tonight. Yeah. Woo.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was something, man. Thank you, Jeremy. That was great. Love it. I've always loved that tune. That was a great version too. So, and congratulations on your.
Indeed, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is this will be the second one this year, right? When were you married, Matt?
Not this calendar year.
Not this calendar year. Okay.
Yeah, I was married in October 9.
Okay. Well, that's very cool. So congratulations.
I'm old
again, Jeremy.
news.
Yeah.
Jeremy's new news.
Right. Good. Well. Speaking of new news, Matt, you're up. So you're gonna take it out for us tonight. So what you got for us tonight, boy? Sounds deep, whatever it is.
You mean like that kind of deep?
Yeah.
It's drop D.
Right. One of my favorite tunings.
Actually, it's the only altered tuning I ever used for some reason. And see, here's a song I've actually never sung before. I was wasting time on YouTube a couple days ago, and this song came up. I said, "Oh, it's kind of a nice, quirky song," and I never did it when it was current. So I basically did it because, when you hear a song that's like on the radio, you don't actually have to learn it; you just have to remember it. So Jackson Browne tune from 1983 or 86. I can't keep up with what's been going down. I think my heart must just be slowing down. Among the human beings in their designer jeans, am I the only one who hears the scream and the strangled cries, lawyers in love? God sends his spaceships to America, beautiful. They land at 6 o'clock and here we are, dutiful. Eating from TV trays, tuned into happy days, waiting for World War III while Jesus slays. To the mating calls, lawyers in love. I got the news today from Washington, the capital. The Russians escaped while we weren't watching them, as Russians will. Now we've got all this room, we've even got the moon. And I hear the USSR will be open soon, vacation land for lawyers in love. there. That's a strange little lyric. I like it though, you know.
Lawrence and Love.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, think about it. It's just, I got the news. I think he must have been high when he wrote that. From Washington, the capital, the Russians. This was 1983. This was like,
Right.
7 years before Russia actually escaped, or so to speak. The Randy Newman song. Yes, baby, I've been drinking, and I shouldn't have come by, I know. But I found myself in trouble, and I had nowhere else to go. Got some whiskey from a barman. Got some cocaine from a friend. I just had to keep on moving till I was back in your arms again. Guilty. Yes, I'm guilty, baby. And I'll be guilty all the rest of my life. How come I never do like I'm supposed to do? How come nothing that I try to do ever turns out right? You know how it is with me, baby. You know I just can't stand myself. Takes a whole lot of medicine me to pretend that I'm somebody else. Guilty. Yes, I'm guilty, baby. And I'll be guilty all the rest of my life. How come I never do like I'm supposed to do? How come nothing that I tried to do ever turns out right? You know how it is with me, baby. You know, I just can't stand myself. And it takes a whole lot of medicine for me to pretend that I'm somebody else. It takes a whole lot of medicine for me to pretend that I'm somebody else.
Yeah.
That's a Randy Newman tune. Also, of course, done by Bonnie Raitt. You know,
Yeah.
incredible version of it.
Oh man, what a night! This is
Even the budgies came out to applaud.
right.
I'm sorry I got here late. I got hung
She
up
can
with
be
equipment
invisible, too.
problems.
Yeah, well, we equipment problems were the order of the day, so you fit right in. So
Yeah, what is it? Crazy drivers, equipment problems. Cosi says it's Mercury retrograde.
well, it must
And I
be.
say, well, that happens 3 times a year. It doesn't get this crazy 3 times a year. Or maybe it does and we all forget.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We all ran into something tonight, it seems like, just about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for all the great music. And thanks to all our listeners out there. My cousin Kevin from California. By the way, he mentioned that he was going to be in Oshkosh. I don't know how close that is to Wisconsin, but in case it's very close, then you might get Larry Johansson out to see you. But anyway, so that's my cousin Kevin Seal from Seal Party out California on tour starting tomorrow, I think. And you guys here with us on Zoom on tour every other Monday. But our next tour is not going to be until June the 5th. We get 2 weeks off this time around because there's 5 Mondays in May. So we won't be on a week and a half or 2 weeks from now. It'll be 3 weeks from now. So hopefully I will be back in shape better by then. And you guys will be in as good shape as you are now. So.
You look in
glad
better
to-
shape, by the way.
Sorry, Neil? What?
You look like you're in better shape.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, everybody tells me I look good, but my stomach tells me otherwise. So.
I know the feeling. Is.
At least, though, it's good to see you had the strength to stay with us all evening here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. Well,
Thank
that
you
was
for
good.
that, Dan.
Yeah.
And I wish you more strength and peace. So,
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, everybody. I appreciate all your good wishes.
To Jeremy again.
And we will see you again in 3 weeks on June the 5th. So good night,
Okay.
everybody.
Shake
Take
Good
care.
night.
Okay.
All right.
Night, thanks everybody.
Bye now.